Today I'm going to share with you the latest news from Counter-Strike over the past 5 days, from an issue that the developers admitted to all the way to the ban of a professional player for cheating, which was issued by a special eSports commission. This video will be interesting, so be sure to hit that like button. Let's get started. It's been more than a week since the major update for Counter-Strike was released, but it's still keeping us busy. As you know, the update introduced a case with new skins for the old knives. The skins themselves are also not new, but this combination hasn't been seen before. Naturally, what stood out the most for players was the skeleton knife with Doppler skins, which began dropping much more frequently from the cases. At first, I personally thought it was just a mental bias, or maybe players were simply opening many more new cases, but it turned out to be true. The news might not be fresh anymore, but I haven't mentioned it yet. The developers officially acknowledged on their Twitter account that there was an issue with the drop rates for knife skins in the new case. Players were reporting on Twitter that the chances of getting rare skins for knives were unusually high, and the developers confirmed that there was an error with the drop rates, which was fixed on April 4th. So anyone who opened cases in the first days and got these knives was very lucky to catch those few days when the bug was active. Let me know in the comments who got one of these knives. As I mentioned, the update that came out on April 1st is still on everyone's mind. Dower shared some FPS tests after the update, and it turns out it dropped his FPS by as much as 30%. If the developers keep releasing major updates like this every week, I wonder how soon we'll be down to just 10 FPS. By the way, there haven't been any updates since then, so we're expecting fixes in the near future. Also, for some reason, this point slipped under the radar, but Valve updated the Steam Market article and removed a line that previously said items costing less than $1 didn't require sale confirmation through the mobile app. Now it means you'll need to confirm all items worth less than $1 in the Steam mobile app. This is likely another measure by Valve to combat scammers and possibly fight farmers who collect these cases and sell them on the market. As you may have seen in my previous video, just a couple of days after the update was released, Valve started banning a lot of farmer accounts, so this change seems to be another step in that direction. Yesterday, the season on Face IT ended, and of course Donk took the top spot in the leaderboard, but we'll talk more about the leaderboard and rankings later. With this update, also introduced new rules. New accounts with low hours or a small number of matches in Premier Mode must now go through verification before they can play on Face It. Additionally, new accounts registering must have Prime status in Counter-Strike. With the season change also came a ranking reset, but it only affected players with over 3200 ELO. Since Donk had nearly 5500 ELO, his rank dropped quite a bit. Similarly, other top players saw their ranks drop, but Donk remained in first place. However, since he hasn't played recently, the leaderboard has been changing and other players have been taking over the top spots. I think Donk will need a little time to reclaim first place, as he's held that position for 4 seasons in a row. Also, with the new season, introduced a penalty system for players who leave matches prematurely. If their team wins, they will receive half the usual ELO points, and if they lose, they'll lose twice as many points. The team that loses a player will lose half the ELO points in the event of a defeat as compensation. Do you remember last year's scandal with Joel? Well, recently he received a ban from the eSports Integrity Commission. He had previously been accused of match fixing, and now he's been caught once again, this time for cheating, resulting in an almost lifetime ban. It definitely took some effort to earn that. That's all for today. Thanks for watching the video to the end. This was Reveal. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next damn video.